Welcome to On the Job with Shed,
where we'll dive into some of the many careers here at Shed Aquarium.
Join us as we try to answer,
or at least start to consider,
the question everyone is asking us.
What career do you want to explore?
Hi, I'm Jacob.
And I'm Bailey. Today we're talking to Dylan Projansky.
Hi everyone, I'm Dylan and I'm an animal trainer on the Animal Engagement and Interpretive Training team.
So Dylan, does that mean you help train the dolphins?
Not quite. I work mostly with the reptiles and birds, bringing them closer to families and guests.
So Dylan, being an animal trainer sounds really exciting. Is it as fun as it sounds?
It's a lot of fun, but to be honest, there's a lot of poop and a lot of cleaning up of poop. But beyond that, yeah, it's amazing. We're building relationships with animals, and there's something so special about that. So there are multiple teams that are part of the animal care and that specialize in different animals like the belugas, dolphins, and otters. But I get to spend my time getting to know our engagement animals like the birds and the reptiles. I love being able to share the passion I have for our animals with our guests. It's really moving. I've even seen people cry when they've had the chance to interact with some of the animals up close. And those kind of moments are what makes all of the long days, the hard work, and the poop scrubbing really worth it.
Does it though?
Oh my God, it's a lot of poop. I can't emphasize that enough. But every day is so different, and that's kind of the fun of it. That being said, there are certain things that we do have to do every single day that have to happen. Every morning we try to do all of our cleaning for the animal. For people that have pets at home, that's probably looking like picking up after your dog, it's cleaning litter boxes, it might be changing water filters. At Shed Aquarium, we basically do that, but for 40 different animals, from snakes and reptiles to macaws, which poop all over their habitat. And making sure that these animals then have fresh food and fresh, clean water for them, getting their food, scrubbing up the poop takes up a large chunk of our mornings. So that all happens every day, and after that it can vary. Some days one of us is going off-site to do a 3-hour program at a local school. We might be bringing one of the animals and doing chats with different classrooms and teachers. Other days we have schools coming here and we're hosting behind-the-scenes tours and things like that for them. But wherever we are, we're trying to bridge the gap between the animals and the people that come to visit the aquarium.
Caring for so many different animals sounds really hard. Is it a solo job or are you working with a team?
Oh my goodness, we have an amazing team, and I couldn't even do one day without them. We are working with these animals that have amazing adaptations and abilities, and we have to put in the time with them every single day, 365 days a year. It's holidays, it's weekends, and we have each other's backs, helping us to see and catch things our coworkers might miss, and that kind of teamwork is essential in order to maintain Shed's exceptional standards.
When you were growing up, did you always know you wanted to work with animals?
So yes and no. I always had a passion for working with animals, but I also had a strong passion for theater. So during school, I worked an internship as a vet tech's assistant and enjoyed the job. But after caring for 100 plus malnourished, dehydrated reptiles confiscated from a pet store, I decided I didn't want to be put in that situation ever again. I switched into the animal care side to help keep animals safe and healthy. To do that, I went the route of doing even more schooling, getting my master's degree in evolution and ecology, and after my master's I worked in a lot of different facilities, including small nature centers, forest preserves, wildlife centers, doing wildlife education and rehab, and I did that for a long time. At some point, a colleague that worked at Shed suggested I would be a good fit for the animal care position that was just opened, and I've always been interested in it and spent time working with land mammals, but I never thought really though about working at an aquarium. It turns out that the work I do here with the animal engagement team combines a lot of what I was doing at forest preserves and smaller nature centers, just in a lot of different locations and with different animals.
So are you happy that you ended up at the Shed Aquarium?
For sure. the care I'm able to give these animals and the group of people I work with that all have the same love and passion for these animals, it's amazing.
Your workdays sound really fun and interesting. Do you think there's any qualities that people should develop if they're interested in doing things you do at Shed?
That's a great question. I think a really important quality to have in this job is a willingness to learn and being open. The best animal trainer is always learning and changing how they approach the day and their animals.
So why do you think your job is important at Shed?
I like to think that we are directly impacting the lives of guests, and because of that, inspiring people to take action for wildlife and our world.
I never really thought about that, but that makes so much sense. So next question, what is one of the funnier experiences you had with all the animals?
I had the privilege of gifting my parents a beluga encounter here at Shed, which my mother will tell you is the greatest experience she has ever had. But my mom was so excited to be with the belugas that she accidentally did one of the cues for the water squirting behavior bigger than the instructed behavior was told, and ended up getting soaking wet from one of the belugas.
Big thanks to Dylan for coming in today and telling us what it's like to be on the animal engagement team.
Watch all the episodes of Shed's career series.
To learn about other careers at Shed.
Because it's never too early to start thinking about your answer to the question.
What career do you want to explore?